things are heating up here at Beard Eves Memorial Coliseum. Auburn assistant coach Michelle Thompson trying to keep the momentum going for her team. The Tigers just took the slimmest of leads. But Natalie Taylor standing by with Arkansas coach Mark Cook.
Now, Mark, obviously you're getting ready to go on the balance beam, which is one of the bad things about being a visitor is you have that lap. How did you feel that your floor work, prepared you for this event?
Well, we were very confident on floor. We didn't count any falls on floor. The girls were sharp. They're confident. Hopefully, it's got to keep their focus together on the last and the hardest event.
Now, speaking of the floor, your girls show a lot of confidence. I mean, they show spark and character and a phenomenal job in that aspect. How do you gain that upon your team?
You hire good assistant coaches, okay, and they train them very well.
Well, they obviously did very good job. Now, my last question, am I allowed to ask you about the controversies? I overheard you talking about the scoring earlier when I was sitting there. What's going on tonight?
No comment. It's just judging. It's just a subjective evaluation. That's the nature of our sport, so the judges are doing the best job they know how. Doesn't mean the coaches are always happy with it, but we'll just see how it plays out.
Not often will you hear a coach be critical of the judging. It would be like shooting yourself in the foot. And the judging has been a little bit more strict this year, especially in the SEC. They are being tough in terms of taking full deductions for those execution errors. And that's why we're seeing some of the scores a little bit lower here in this competition.
Dana McQuillin up on the balance beam for the Arkansas Gymnastics, and she is competing in the all-around tonight. Has a pretty good score, 28.875 after 3 events. Definitely still in that competition and trying to keep her team in the team competition.
In a tough position right here, a lot of pressure on the leadoff performer. But Dana has proven to be a leader on this team for the 3rd year in a row. She was voted as co-captain. She's a quiet leader, leads more by example.
She is very quiet and shy, and Lori, I don't think she's forgiven us yet for running something that she said last year when we asked her what she tells herself before the balance beam. She says, I just tell myself to get my head out of my butt.
She was devastated when we aired that, but it's true. Her focus is just amazing. She knows how to turn it on at the right time, and that's what this team needs right now. This competition is on the line, and Dana has upgraded her difficulty into this dismount. Big time tumbling, 2 layouts into a full twist, not a problem. Excellent start off routine for Arkansas.
Dana McQuillin always counted on to get it done for the Arkansas Gymnastics, and she gets them off to a good start here.
She took out her tumble series in the middle of the routine and instead connected it to the dismount. We see she's a little bit crooked going into that last element, but those are 4 acro elements combined. Big risk at the end of the routine.
And we talked a little bit about the tougher scoring this year. You see Dana with a 9.675 on that event. Auburn will finish up on floor, and you've got to think, Lori, they're going to get an edge. It's their home floor. They're competing in front of a home crowd. They've got a little bit of a lead coming into this event, and there's a very interested spectator who Natalie talked to earlier in the meet, Julie Dwyer's father. Is probably just a little nervous now as his daughter gets ready to compete.
But he does have to feel a little bit comfortable. I would say that Auburn has the advantage here with the 1/10 lead, and this is a great event for them. Many times Jeff has said that this is their saving grace, and of course they're competing in front of the home crowd. They're going to have that energy behind them. Opening with a combination pass, 2.5 twists to a front tuck. She gained some nice bonus points there. If they have the required elements, they will have a 9.5, and then they must gain 5/10 of bonus points, and that's through big tumbling, combination tumbling, and combining those leaps and jumps.
And all those little tenths of points and points will count so much when you consider coming into this final rotation. It was just a mere 1/10 of a point that separated these two teams.
Two front layouts in combination. That's another requirement to have a tumbling pass with 2 saltos. They can either be the same, like Julie performed there, or different. Final tumbling pass, a twisting front tumbling pass, front full to a front pike. Great job.
And we mentioned a moment ago, there you see Julie's dad reacting, happy with his daughter's performance, as he should be. She is still in contention for the all-around. In fact, was leading that competition coming into this event.
Julie had clean landings on all 3 of her tumbling passes. Her jumps were well done. All of her twisting jumps were fully completed, and that is something that the judges are looking for as well.
She is such a competitor, and she puts up a very good score, 9.8 on floor for Auburn. Trying to answer for the Arkansas gym backs on beam. Sophomore out of North Carolina, Cassie Drew.
See the brace on her foot. Cassie had an injury to her ankle. Basically did anything and everything you could think to an ankle. Tore ligaments, fractures. She was in a boot for an extended period of time. So it's good to see her coming back and very strong. Upgrading this tumbling pass this year. We saw a one-arm back handspring as her second element.
Cassie's career best in this event is a 9.9, so she can really score big.
Cassie is not competing on floor tonight. She did not compete there for them, and normally that is an excellent event for her. She says that it is still very painful on the ankle to tumble. She did compete in vault because they desperately need her there. Doing an excellent job so far on this event. Preparing for the dismount, tumbling into a gainer full, a solid landing. No wobbles in that routine.
Cassie Drew coming through when her team needs her. Remember, every little score is going to count here, every little point. The teams are back and forth in this final rotation.
Very impressive tumbling pass here. Take a look. The second back handspring is on one arm. That increases the difficulty to a C. And look at the look on her face. Very determined and aggressive for that landing.
Cassie Drew, the 9.825. Very determined, as you said, Lori, and the gym backs looking to build off that season best score and hold on to this final rotation, trying to get the win on the plains at Auburn. We'll have the end of the rotation next.